Yep. We back. Dab.
There's enough episodes where you saying that is like the exact intro to every time. We back.
Trying to help the algorithm find
So
us.
good. It's true.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And together we are.
Ryan and John.
On the couch as always, Cara Tafoya.
Yeah.
Joining us this week, the lovely Annie the Scovemond.
Hi.
Breaking news, feds are banning humorous electronic messages on highways.
Okay.
So all those like click it or ticket ones or like
Humorous?
stay low, don't get high.
I've never seen a
You've ne-
like
th-
that.
Yeah, those
humorous
ones.
like that. That's not funny.
Yeah.
Because people try to take
humorous.
pictures of them.
Probably people trying to take pictures of
The
him.
law's not anything to laugh about.
And then they look away from the steering wheel. They're
I'd like to see the stats on like collisions due to the fact of humorous roadside signs. I don't
the
think
numbers
there's that
must
many.
be there because our government wouldn't do anything.
I feel
Do you
like
think
there's
they
so
sue
many
them?
things they could be working on. Why this particular thing? You know?
Just give me one. What should they be working
I don't
on
know,
right
like
now?
Murder
any
cases.
Yes, like anything other than banning
I've
humorous
never
signs.
seen what humorous signs have you seen?
Well, not like not funny, haha, but like humorous.
Come on,
Like-
there's one that said one
Click it or
said,
tickets,
"Don't
great."
text and drive, you'll die."
That's funny.
That's pretty
funny.
funny.
That's
pretty funny.
They're not going to get rid of that one.
Oh, they have to
No, they have
federally.
to.
That's
They're-
not humor.
I read that.
That's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing is
those,
they're
ones that
banning
are
humor.
punchy.
It's not saying they have to be humorous.
They're making a law that you have to make it quick.
They have to be funny, otherwise we're not putting it on the side.
You know what? I'm tired of these boring signs.
Luckily, they're giving all these sign people, counties or whatever, 2 years to implement that. So
I need this
that's
website
how our country works.
to have
Go
a
ahead.
list of.
It's gonna
It
take
says
Examples.
the
2 years.
sign should be simple, direct, brief, legible, and clear. They are.
You're telling me it's gonna take 2 years for them to come up with new little
okay.
quick sayings.
It's not anything California.
Okay.
These are some of the ones in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Use Yablinka.
Use your blinker.
Visiting
hilarious.
in-laws, slow down, get there late. From Ohio. This one's from Pennsylvania. Don't drive, Star Spangled Hammered.
That's funny.
4th of July.
Annie's
That's
favorite
New
holiday.
Jersey, Hocus Pocus, drive with focus.
Oh, I saw that one in California.
And Arizona was hands on the wheel, not your meal.
What does that mean?
It means don't eat and drive.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like that.
I
here.
want to know, has anyone ever seen one of those signs and gone, oh, you're right. I was going to drink and drive tonight, but now I won't.
Yeah, it seems like if you were intoxicated, you probably wouldn't even see the sign.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Go ahead.
on this topic, I was, when you start like a job and it's like you have to go around and announce yourselves, and like sometimes they ask you to
Just
say
did
the
this.
answer of a question.
I just did this. Yeah.
Yes.
Guess what the question was for our little group of people.
Can you just tell us?
No. I wanna
What
guess.
is your favorite traffic sign?
Favorite traffic sign?
Yeah. Easy.
What is it?
Oh my
What's your
gosh.
favorite?
4-way.
Okay.
Just a little 4-way.
Okay. That one?
No,
Is that
the one
No,
that
that's
says
train
4-way.
crossing.
Oh, it says 4-way?
Are you saying four-way? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
They do it like
That's
it's like
nice,
stop sign
Eddie.
and then it says 4-way. Just the 4-way one. I always get
Okay.
All right. I don't think
more
I
than
have
a
one.
3-way.
Mine's probably
They all kind
the
of suck.
the back of the car, but there's the little.
Oh, like
that
slippery.
was someone's
windy
answer.
roads.
Yeah, it's got to be windy roads, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's slippery,
Slippery.
roads.
Slippery when wet.
roads.
That
Slippery
was-
when wet's kind of probably my favorite.
I said that my favorite was our stop sign on our street because somebody put a sticker saying, "Hey, what's that sound?"
Feels like a
Stop.
loophole.
Hey, what's that sound?
That's-
John,
What?
come on.
He said it.
Say it. No, he didn't say one. He
Yeah,
said
it's
pass.
slippery when wet.
No, that was mine.
Oh no, yours is windy road. There's a
Slippery
windy
when
road.
wet is a.
There's ones that
at the
actually
mall.
say slippery when wet. Like there's like literally ones that say those
that's
words.
like a
I do
wet
always
floor
love
sign.
the horse crossing ones with the little cowboy on the horse.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
I do
Horse
like
crossing.
those.
Or
A lot of
quail
those out here.
crossing. We've seen
Quail
a quail
crossing.
crossing sign.
First of all, that's not true.
A lot of these out.
There's not a lot of horse
crossing.
in La Mesa.
Well, the further east you go, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
further east.
Yeah.
All right.
So that was
Out here.
That was a weird question that we
That's
were
funny.
all like, "What?"
Look, slippery when wet, right there.
It's what's right next to it. The
Right
thing
there.
I described.
Okay, yeah,
That's
sure.
true.
Then it's the same. But I'm
Give
talking
us a
about with the
different one.
words. I'm talking about the words. I like it. I think it's funny when it's the words. It gets funny.
That is pretty funny.
You like the little graphic, and that's cool. But
I'm
I
a
like
visual
it when
learner.
the words are there.
You're more of a word
What
learner.
about the
Word learner.
the incline one? The incline with the truck.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, that's crazy. Have you ever seen those? They're mostly like when you're driving to
Mountains.
kind of Arizona, but with they're those ones where they're basically like truck runoffs where there's spots where trucks can.
Yes.
Jordan saw one time
truck runoff.
like have to use one of
They
those.
go. It's sand, right? Isn't it a
It's
bunch
like
of sand?
It's like
gravel.
Yeah, it's like a whole like runway almost.
Yeah, they're
Like,
brakes.
could you imagine having to use that as a truck driver?
Don't you kind of want to do
Scary.
it?
No.
No.
Don't you kind of want to like just turn off your car?
You want to
and
know
just,
why? Because I feel like, and this is probably what a lot of guys, like legit truck drivers, think. It's probably so much like
So much work.
paperwork afterwards too. Like you have to call somebody to like. I'm sure you have to report all that crap.
And you have to somehow get
Sucks.
out of the gravel.
You hope it's like it's just there, but nobody ever uses it kind of thing.
Right.
How
The
often you?
videos of truckers using it though, pretty
Ugh.
cool.
Like, oof, I don't know.
Dang.
I knew somebody in high school where like their uncle was a truck driver and he like took jobs. He didn't have any kids or anything, but he took jobs like for 40 years and just like never owned a place like where to live. And then when he retired, he bought 2 houses and connected them and like lived his full retirement life because he just like went hard and worked for like 40 years straight, like nonstop.
Do you
as a
kind of want to
trucker.
be a truck driver?
It sucks because it's a lot. I feel like I already feel like driving's a waste of time.
Okay.
And I feel like as a career, like those guys are gone for weeks at a time driving. And I was like, that feels like you're missing your life a little.
Are they weeks? They're in the truck.
Sometimes some of those long haul truckers are. I guess if I had like
What
a
top speed
a
is
route,
on those things?
like if I had like a route where I knew I'd be back at home every day, almost like an
Kinda
8
like a
hour
pilot.
week, you know,
Yeah.
I do it, but I don't know that I could do, the multiple day trips. That seems like it would just like grate on my mental health a little bit.
What about you, Annie?
Trucker?
Do I want to be a truck driver?
I'm just trying to get you off your phone, personally.
Well, we need a locker.
She's researching. Well, we need
I
a
was
researcher.
looking up how fast the trucks could
No
go.
chance.
Oh,
No
okay.
chance.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
no, you
I'm
don't get
serious.
to know.
I believe
Annie,
you.
this is a historical fiction podcast, so you can just make up a number. We want
What's the number you're going to choose?
95.
95.
But they can't legally go that fast.
No, but like that's as fast as they could go.
I bet you it's an unspoken thing in the trucking community where they're like,
How fast have you
"Listen,
gone?
you're not going to make your marks unless you go 95. You're not going to."
Wait, trucks have to go like 55 on most freeways. There's
Yeah.
no way.
No, that's just a sign.
The top
That's a humorous
speed,
sign
no,
they put
the
out.
top speed of a semi truck, most large
95.
trucks can get 70 to 80.
Oh,
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's top speed.
well,
Yeah,
our
top
historical fiction podcast is 95. So
Well, the new trucks that are coming out.
Oh, you just made that up, legit.
you told me to make it up.
Oh, I
couldn't-
thought
didn't-
that's what you
I
found
didn't
out when you
Google
were
it
on your
because
phone.
I was yelled at
Oh,
for
okay.
being on my phone.
It's 95.
Annie, I want to hear about you. I want to check in with you.
Yeah.
about my.
I know this week for you is
want to be a truck driver.
no. We're gonna put that aside just for a moment here. This is your birthday week. That's right, and I'm gonna put you in the spotlight for a moment.
Birthday.
Oh, sorry.
That was great.
Turning 26.
You told me something today that kind of made me spiral. You're turning 28 this year.
Yeah,
You all
both
are.
eventually. Yeah,
Kara's first.
still January, but
I am first.
Are you June 2nd?
Third. You were close.
Kind of makes
don't
me
have to ask
spiral
me
that
that
I'm
years.
not 28 also.
okay. Do you
wait.
feel like the youngin of the
Do
group?
you want to be 28? I'd take 26.
No, I'm grateful for 20. I'm grateful for every day that I wake up.
Wow. Snaps for truth.
You're
right there.
brave.
Snaps for truth. That's so good.
No, but it just kind of made me be like, man, you guys are all 28. You guys are gonna be in your 30s and you'll be
28,
like,
feeling great.
Oh, Annie's
You'll
28.
be 28.
Oh, Annie's 29.
Annie,
I
Girl.
think
I
people
want you to
hype
know,
up their 30s too much.
I literally
I can't wait for
never
my 30s.
even think about how you're younger than us. You seem like the same age, if not older than us.
All the
yeah,
time.
I am much more mature than you.
Don't you feel like that?
I was telling her earlier today.
Old soul.
Like
He's an
I
old
feel
soul.
like I constantly, every once in a while, it'll come up that you're younger than us, and I'm like, oh shit, you're actually younger than us.
That's like we have some friends that are in their 30s, and I sometimes forget that they're in their 30s, and I'm like, oh, some of them are almost 10 years older than me.
What's
Yeah.
even crazier is to think that most of
Wild. I
most
know.
of our parents had like multiple children at our age.
Yep.
That's
not my
crazy.
children. Not my children.
Not your children.
Not my children.
Not having
my
my children
Not
at this
my
age.
children. Not my parents.
Yeah, your
That is
parents,
something
yeah.
that my parents every once in a while. Words. Every once in a while, I'll make like a joke of like, "Yeah, your spinster daughter," and my dad will get like very serious because I think he's worried that I actually am like afraid I'm gonna die alone, which I'm not. He'll be like, "Annie, like we didn't get married till we were 31."
Yeah.
Like,
Spinster's really
chill-
not one you
chill
hear
out.
much
Yeah.
these days, though.
I'd like to see. I'd like
I
to
like
ask
it.
your
I'm kind of
parents
down for it.
what it was like because they grew up in the era where having kids young was normal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my nephew. Why am
It's okay.
my
Start
brain
over.
is
See, I
falling
told you
apart.
I wanted to check in on you.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did
My
it.
brain is
Because-
falling apart.
We already
I-
know she's been decaying.
It's been radio
I'm
silence.
a year into decay.
You're a
Decay
year
had-
into
By the way,
decay.
your decay is much more rapid than ours is. If you're falling apart after 1 year of decay,
I mean, we keep thinking you're 28, but you're turning 26 this
Okay.
year. You are in
I
decay.
am decaying.
If you listen to this podcast, or I should say, if you don't listen to this podcast, you don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, true.
Last year for Annie's 25th birthday,
yeah.
we had a
decay all
wake.
day.
We
Decay
had
all day.
basically we had a mock funeral for Annie, and
complete with memorial video too, which
And
is
funeral
crazy to think
food.
about.
funeral food.
and eulogies.
And
Yeah.
eulogies, right?
Yep.
Who gave eulogies? I forgot.
I gave
about
eulogy.
you guys
That's
gave
right.
a eulogy
Yeah.
together.
Oh, together.
My friends Tommy and Jared gave a eulogy.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Tyler gave a eulogy in which she tried to get everyone to sing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's
That was
can I tell you?
lots of eulogies.
I had a nice eulogy written down, and then I read the room, and they wanted the funny one, so we gave them the
Yeah.
funny one.
I remember you saying that. You're like I remember you pulled out a note on your phone. You had like a full, and then you're like, I'm not.
You probably
I'm not
still
doing
have
this.
that
Can
note.
you send it to me?
I'll read it to you if
Can
you
I
want.
have the kind eulogy?
Yeah, I'll send it
No,
to you.
no, she can. It'll. That's dangerous.
I
man.
just want.
It'll
yeah,
go
just
right
send
to her
it to
head.
me.
right to her
On
head.
maybe on your birthday this year, I'll
Yeah,
send it
send
to
it
you.
on your birthday. That's cool.
Ego boosted.
Boosted.
What was I gonna say? Oh, my mom and dad when they got married.
Yeah.
They had like my mom's nieces and nephews. They had nieces and nephews who were almost teenagers.
Yeah.
And here,
And
like,
then you're the young cousin.
I'm the youngest
That's
out
right.
of all on both sides, out of all my cousins.
That's gotta suck a little bit, right?
I didn't really have cousin friends. Like all my cousins have kids. I'm now to the point where like when we go to holiday parties and stuff like that, my cousins talk to me like I'm an equal.
Like you're a child.
You're like,
Oh,
you have
Annie?
kids,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, I don't. I'm 26.
What's funny is they
Well, you
just
know.
realized that I own a business. Like they fully like
Sounds
had no
ferocious.
idea.
That kind of legitimizes you as an adult.
They they were like, oh, like you
You have a
do wedding
business?
stuff, right? I'm like, oh yeah. And then they're like,
Don't you love it
Where
when
do you
people
like?
say
Who do you
that?
work for? And I go, I actually own it. And they're like, you own the whole business? I'm like, yeah, for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They probably still see you as like 13.
Well, it's some of them. They like, yeah, they're like, oh, weird. Like this was the annoying 6-year-old who would
Yeah.
try to hang out with us when we
Dang.
were in high school.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dang.
But now they have kids
were
of their
pretty-
own, and
you
they're
were
like,
pretty
wow.
annoying.
Yeah, I was pretty annoying. I'll admit that. Rude.
So how's the decay?
Heavy, man. It is full decay over here.
Full decay, huh?
Full
Heavy.
decay. But you know what? I am really excited for my 30s.
Okay.
I'm
I
excited
don't know
for
why you
20s.
keep saying that.
You're 26.
You're jumping.
You
You're
have
jumping
an
so much.
entire
You're turning
high
20.
school.
I know. Okay, listen.
Say you're
listen.
excited about your late 20s.
I'm excited about it.
No, she's still in her mid
I'm
20s,
excited
by the
about-
way.
I'm excited about 26. I was just listening to a
So good.
listening to a podcast, and they were talking about being 37, and I was like,
What does that mean?
man, I'm excited to be 37. Like I'm not like afraid of aging. Like I'm excited to keep aging.
Okay.
Like I'm down for 26. It's gonna be great, but like I'm excited for the rest too.
I need you to just be
Once I
20
hit 40, then just end
listen,
me.
listen to me. I need you this year to just be 26.
Wow, that
Pass.
is profound.
I'm brave for saying that.
I actually
Because the
fully
three other
agree.
people in this room with you wish they could all be 26. So
That's
just
true.
That's not.
I wish
my
I could
fault.
go back to 23.
I'll tell you what. 23 was the last year that I felt like
happy.
yeah. No, 23 was like when I turned because 21 is really fun, obviously.
Yeah.
22 is fun, and then 23 you're like, ooh, like now I'm entering the mid 20s, and
Yeah.
it's no longer like
Yeah.
fun and
Adult.
it's like you have to start paying car insurance. Like it just sucks, you know. It's just not fun.
Well, some people start paying their car insurance when they're 16.
You paid your car insurance since you were 16? Oh.
Are you just saying
I paid my car
Some
insurance
people
since
do.
I was
That was a very blanket
18.
statement.
Yes, I was saying some people.
who's that? Who is that in defense
Who
of?
is that? Yeah, I want to
In
know.
people, in defense of
Okay,
people.
heard.
Do you know somebody who pays this at 16?
No, let's just let's pass it.
Okay, I'm missing something.
Okay, I do have a question on regards of birthdays because I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Out of the years, like, are you like proud of yourself?
What do you mean?
Like, there's
Oh, I
certain
see what you
things
mean.
I've been kind of like retro, like, oh my gosh, I don't.
Retrospective?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Over like the past and like
You've been retrospecting.
retrospecting.
Is
I've been
retrospect-
retrospecting.
That can't be a word.
Can't be a word.
Is
I've been
now,
looking back retrospectively.
If Shakespeare can make history and make up a bunch of fake ass words, so can I.
Ass words.
Exactly. I've been thinking
You
back
point that
about
out.
things that I'm proud about.
In
Kara.
your whole life for the
Retrospective
last
is-
year.
My whole life. Like,
Okay.
my whole life. And I was like, man, 26 years later, I'm proud of like these things.
It's a good word.
Is it a
Yeah,
word?
it is a word, and I agree with you. Every birthday, I'm like, I think I'm
Every
more,
birthday?
I think
You
no,
don't think about like what you're proud about being another year
I think
older?
about my whole life
really.
and like people that I like, like my family, my friends. I look at like my whole life as a whole every year, and I feel like
I
this is,
don't. I
like,
just look at the
love it.
past year.
But you do. I mean, you
Man.
do on New Year's though. Certainly.
You don't do that on your birthday, Kara? Really?
Maybe
Everyone's
we're a
talking
little
to
bit,
you.
like,
Everyone's looking at
spirally.
you. You don't go like, "Wow, this is my life." Like all the people I love in this room. Really?
Not really.
I think that's way more a New Year's thing.
I
Personally.
haven't.
It's
Personally.
way more like holidays thing,
Yeah.
not birthday, but like
Oh no, I fully my birthday I like
Christmas.
spile. I have a note on my phone that I sat and wrote while watching the sunset in my grandparents' house. They were like on a trip, so I knew where the key was. I went in and sat in their back patio overlooking like the whole like valley, the sunset, and it was my last sunset as a teenager. I was like 19, and I was turning 20 the next day.
What song was playing in your head?
Nothing. It was like silent and it was freezing cold. And I think I was going to church after, and I have a whole note about like,
You wrote something down?
oh yeah, I read it like 7
Oh, it wasn't
months
like
ago.
fun, like the sun setting. It was like
It was like I'm getting old.
like solemn. You were like,
my teenage years. Goodbye.
No, I don't know.
There they
I
go.
don't really remember exactly what it was like,
was
but it was
sitting
like
on the
fully
edge. I kinda-
retrospective.
I get
What's
that.
so bad is I don't remember most birthdays unless it was like a big thing. So like my 16th birthday, I did it with someone else, and it was a big themed party. Had a lot of people there. 18th birthday party, had a big dinner at Cheesecake Factory. Again, a lot of people there. My 21st kind of sucked
Why?
because it was on Tyler's graduation from college, and I had to work because I was an RA. I had to work the graduation, and it was moving home from that semester of college. So it was just driving home on my 21st.
You didn't go out and do anything fun like days
We literally
after,
got
or-
home and went out to Casa de
problem was
Pico.
I wasn't 21.
Yeah, Ryan
Oh,
wasn't
well,
21.
yeah, I mean,
My mom took me. We
what
did.
was there to do this?
Life-
See,
the party.
this is the thing.
You are the life
Is
party.
a couple days later, my mom surprised me with going to Glen Ivy.
Oh,
But
good
I don't.
present.
I don't say that's with my birthday because that was days later. So I'm like, that was kind of just a trip with my mom.
Interesting. There's a lot of things to unpack in this particular scenario.
And then my last couple birthdays,
And then a month later, John had the first lip sync battle.
that is true. Yep. Yeah. Yep. It was.
I hate
my
that.
21st birthday.
I really hate that.
Yeah. So
Why do you hate
Wow.
that?
And Annie
This makes me
was
feel
like
old.
fucking off in high school somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
was an infant.
No, she was watching the sunset
Yeah.
because she would have been 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the sunset at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Wait.
Whoa.
What a weird year.
Sad.
for all
I
of us.
literally. What did I?
Can you
Oh, and
believe
then
that?
I literally could barely remember what I did for my last birthday. I had
Okay.
a double show day.
Then 5 years
last
later,
birthday.
we all like
You also like,
connected on this. It's crazy.
I don't remember a lot of things.
yeah, but you also don't remember stuff either.
I really don't remember a lot of things.
And when
about
we
it.
Yeah, that's what
start
I was gonna
talking
say.
about,
You don't. You well, I think the association, like, if it doesn't happen on your birthday, it's not birthday related, which I thought was kind of interesting. You're like, it
Yeah.
was days later. Like, it wasn't my birthday. We just went to Glen Ivy.
But
and
Kara
I'm like, wait,
also-
what?
has
I have
forgotten
really-
or
I have
blocked
really
out.
bad
She has
memory.
bad memory. She like
Oh, really?
I'm
But
like,
I'll
do you?
remember like random things.
Yeah.
But if like Ryan asked me something about my childhood, I'm like, I don't remember that. My dad will show me a picture from when I'm a kid. I'm like, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
My sister's kind of similar but different. where she's like, I don't remember whole stretches of my life.
Yeah.
But she's like, if you ask me about one specific day, she's like, I can tell you what I was wearing. I can tell you
really?
how hot it was outside. Like,
Yeah,
What's sad is part of me barely remembers college.
Oh,
Isn't that weird?
I had a friend who, well, you guys know him. It's
formative years of my
Austin
relationship.
Beckwith.
But that's fine.
And he is just like he's had all these weird, quirky things, and like same thing. He had like these really particular memories, and I always joked in that he grew up in a lab. Like scientists went out and they like
Injected him.
No, they just like raised him in a lab. Like
They incepted him.
And then I like halfway through his life in high school, which is where a lot of his memories are. They decided like, oh, we've gone too far. Like we need to start like putting him into
start
society.
being alive.
So they just dropped him into society, and he's got like these weird fabricated memories where like the scientists like convinced him like, oh no, you did this, and
He was
he's
gaslit.
That's me too. I know for sure. I have that.
No,
I know.
Ryan.
No,
I've
Ryan
seen
tries
kids.
to.
I've seen pictures of you as a kid.
Ryan's bad thing that he does is that he inserts
They
you into
planted
a
those.
memory that you were never in. He's like, no, you were there.
Kara always takes this really offensively, but all the time I'm like, Kara, remember we were like, it was great.
I think it's sweet. Like you wanted to be.
I'm
there.
like, yeah, like, oh, sorry
I
that
wasn't.
this fun memory I like
It's more
implanted
like-
you,
You know what it
in
means,
It's
it.
more
Kara?
like he's in the car with his mom.
Yeah.
And then he's like, remember we were talking about this? I told you about this. And I'd be like, no. And he'd be like,
No, this is
Oh,
what it
I
is,
was
Kara.
with
Let me
my
explain it to you.
mom.
He loves you so much that like he's in his memories. He's like it's just like kind of implanting you into them.
I know, but
Yes.
him doing that
Yes.
makes me have FOMO. Like,
Okay.
I should have been there.
But I think you should look at it.
But I have work.
think you should
John,
look at it. And
I
go,
knew you were gonna get it because I'm
loves you.
sure you do this too.
Oh, I have no official evidence, but I'm sure Jordan has the same thing. But I think it's sweet. I think he just loves you so much. He wants you to be in all
Yes,
these moments.
thank you.
So he just thinks you're there.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah,
I know what you
Crazy.
mean.
I used to think I had a bad memory, but compared to what you guys are saying, I have a great memory.
Well,
I
that's the
remember, like,
that's the
almost every single
28
one of-
against your 26.
Yeah,
so that's,
yeah.
We're really
Um,
deep in
yeah.
decay.
No, I have like great memories of my birthday. Growing up, we always went to Disneyland because MLK Day, there was always like a discount. And so they would go, and it was like taking down Christmas. And so like when MLK
What, the mattress
Day
store or
like,
what?
matched up, my parents were like, this year they're like, oh, you go to Disneyland for your birthday again? I was like, no. But I like my best, which sounds so stupid, like my best like birthday memories. The first one I always think of, and they are so funny when I tell them that. They're like, Annie, it's such like, it was such a not a thing. I can't believe you consider that one of your favorite birthdays. Is my friends Tommy and Tyler picked me up. We went to dinner
group
in
one.
Old Town, and it was Museum Day in Old Town.
So
And
psycho.
all the
So everything was free.
all the museums were open, and I got to go to all of them. And we like walked
love
through,
it.
and we went through all the museums. And Tyler gave me a pineapple based on a Psych, the TV show we both loved. And it was like it was just like so like being like so fully known by people that I was like, man, like they knew that. Like I think I was like 17. Like what other effing 17-year-olds gonna be like, oh, museums all day? That sounds amazing.
Does sound like a you thing.
Yeah, and then the other one that I always think about is my 21st birthday when the pastors at the church I was working at surprised me with a casino, like a Vegas night.
Yes.
That's cool.
Fake.
I have
Because
heard
they're
that
like,
story.
Gambling
yeah, they're
night.
like, we know you can't actually go to Vegas,
And
but
drink.
yeah, but like
can
here
gamble.
Because of
they-
the church thing.
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
serving virgin margaritas, and all the pastors like ran a different
Awesome.
table. It was
that's
just like,
cool.
it was just so amazing that they like thought to do that, and I was like,
I
gosh,
have friends
like,
for what birthday was it? It was either 17th or 16th. I think it was 17th. In high school, they surprised me with like, "Hey, let's go to Beef and Bun after school," and we all go. And then like a bunch of friends
Oh,
were
maybe
there.
that was
and we're
me.
like, "Happy birthday!" And then I literally had to be like, "Hey guys, I literally have 10 minutes, and then I have SeaWorld rehearsal that I gotta go to."
You have a lot of really kind of bad memories about your birthday, Kara. What's going on
Yeah.
with that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna change that this year.
gonna change it this
Beginning
year.
of June.
Oh, I don't know what that's about.
It feels like so like you have such not bad, but just like bland. You're like, yeah, and then I had to work. I'm like, wait, what?
When's your birthday, Kara?
June
It's
3rd.
Third.
Okay, but you're a summer baby.
Yeah, I remember.
By the
You
way,
weren't-
that was
Birthdays as a
10 years
kid.
ago, and I think I've done a pretty okay job of giving you
You
some
have.
semi-decent birthdays in the past few
You have.
years.
I
Oh, are
Still-
you taking this
I just
personally?
don't remember
Ryan?
a lot.
A little bit.
No, I don't think you should. You're not responsible for that.
You made her a birthday.
I am
poster.
responsible for all the fun birthdays
You
you've
did
had.
make me a birthday poster.
I do the
Birthday
birthday
poster.
that was a
By the
good
way,
one.
that's still so wild, but I love
birthday
it.
poster.
That was a good one because it was like the first year out of my parents' house, and I was like, I'm not gonna get a poster, and then I made me a poster. That was a good one.
Oh, that's so sweet.
As a kid, I did
And then I had to
have,
work.
and then I had to work. Honestly,
kidding.
most of my birthdays I've had to work, which sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
No,
you
it
just
doesn't suck
intentionally-
because you love to work.
Wait, maybe. Oh, okay. Let's not do
Not on
that.
my birthday.
Kara, you love working. You like being busy all the time.
Okay, maybe you intentionally take the 3rd off this year, and we'll all make it a fun day. And you'll remember 28 as a really
It'll
fun
be like
birthday.
an amazing race where everyone has a different.
Let's
station
not lock
of
into
fun.
anything particular yet.
And
She's,
Kara
she
has
can't
to
help
go,
it. She's coordinating.
it's
Do you
like
see?
Kara
Do you
has
see how
to
this
go
happens?
Beautiful minding.
Station to station, and each station is a different
I have
fun
stanchions we
activity
could
for
use.
Kara and
See,
a friend.
that would be fun, but it might trigger me because my
And
friend
T-Lights.
had
Oh my
a
God.
Amazing Race birthday party,
Hey,
which
Annie,
made us hike up
Annie,
Mount
that's
Helix.
working. We're going
Yeah.
for a
Yep.
non-working
Fun.
theme.
F-U-N.
She
Fun.
likes working.
Kara likes working.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. What were we doing
spiral
for your
out when
birthday?
you work.
That's true. That is true.
Too much. Too much.
Well, I'm gonna switch topics.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of working,
Mm.
there's a new MLM out. If you don't know what MLM
multi-level
is,
marketing.
multi-level
What's your
marketing.
favorite current one before we find out what this one is?
Oh,
Oh,
Monet for me.
oh, Monet's pretty good.
Because it was like pretty wild. It was big, and then it got really bad really fast. Like people's hair was melting off.
I'm a
Yeah.
classic Mary Kay.
Mary Kay, love.
My
Cadillacs?
mom,
The Cadillacs.
Oh yeah, the
Thank
pink
my
ones.
mom did this one, Isogenics.
What's
Okay.
that?
That was in high school. It was like powders and protein bars.
Yeah,
Tupperware.
Oh,
people forget.
It was.
it was.
When it
Now
started.
it's not.
Also,
but
It was like the
Hen.
first.
You guys ever heard of Hen? Like, it was a ceramic like dishware.
No.
Oh my! At my parents had it
Hen?
my whole life. They
Wow.
still have it in their house. Those green plates that are my parents. I don't even if you've ever.
I think people sell like Cutco knives and Pyrex, but that's not like a multi-level marketing.
I think it started
when I
as
think of that kind of thing.
MLMs. I feel like Cutco probably still is.
Yeah.
and that's
I
insinuating
feel like
that
Cutco's the most famous.
I am doing this thing, but I'm also getting people
Cutco feels
to get in on it.
It used to not be. My parents have a story.
Like I'm selling knives to knife sellers, right?
One of my brother's friends
Bastard.
literally was like, "Hey," tricked them and was like, "Hey, I need your help with something." Like my
Trick them into
like,
what?
Into
tricked them
buying a
into
bunch of
meeting
Cutco knives.
them to be like. He said he was having family problems, like with his parents, and
Oh, to
my
buy in
parents
Cutco?
To buy a bunch
went to
of
go
Cutco
meet
knives.
him to talk about it, and he had brought out the knives. And I was like, "So
He's like,
this is why you're
I'm
here."
having problems, but we can solve all those problems for $19.95.
He used the problem to get him like to the table,
Yes.
and then started
Yes.
pitching. But that's
And then
to
my
me is, like-
parents- and then it makes
I mean,
them
that's
feel
definitely
bad.
messed up, but
Totally messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this.
but they didn't like he didn't like sucker into buying a bunch of stuff.
No, that
Like-
was
like
part
as,
of it. That was
as soon
part
as
of
they
it.
got it into the meeting, they knew what was going on. They could have just
No.
walked out and been like, "Yeah, no, this
I
is dumb."
guarantee.
But then you have the sob story behind it
yeah,
already.
they're softies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it?
So this new one has to do with OnlyFans,
Awesome.
and it has to do with like C-level celebrities, as in like Love Island. Not even The Bachelor. Bachelor's even higher.
Like social
like-
media.
Like kind of like
Influencers.
TikTok
influencers,
influencers?
but bigger.
Okay. So
Bigger than a
that's really
TikTok.
that's D-list celebrity.
The whole thing is that these influencers
Okay.
are going onto OnlyFans,
Awesome.
scouting out girls or guys,
Okay.
and saying, "Hey, I want to be your agent and get your name out there more. You have to give me 20% of what you
Your
make,
makings. Okay. Your
but
earnings.
before I take you as a client, you need to refer 5 people to me, and they have to say yes."
So
Feels like a
those
scam.
5
So they'll get
have to also get their own 5. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
and it keeps going.
So what is
pyramid.
if I was an OnlyFans person,
That feels indefinite. Like, how do you even sign people?
because then my 5 friends start signing 5 friends, and then they
But like, what if
Yeah.
one of my 5 friends that I referred goes, "I'm not going to refer 5 friends," and drops out? Does that mean that the agent drops me and the 4
No,
other people?
you just have to find other people.
That's crazy.
So what would the benefit be? Like that
The
sounds like an
benefit
obvious
is
no.
once
It's like,
once those 5 people that you found say yes, you immediately start making money while they have to.
but if you're on
get 5
OnlyFans,
more
you're
people.
already making
Yeah.
money.
What's the benefit for
No,
the
the
person who's
OnlyFans
getting-
people aren't making money. They're losing
Oh,
money.
they're low
Yeah,
level.
but like, why would they
Agent
say
is
yes?
making
But
money.
why would they say yes to the agent? What does the agent
Because
provide?
Because people on OnlyFans want money.
Okay, I'm
Only
understanding.
like
I'm understanding.
1% of OnlyFans.
And they want-
You're
users
saying
make money.
an acting agent, not like a.
Yes.
I thought they were. I thought they were trying to
confused
become
too.
their OnlyFans agent.
No.
So it's kind of a tale as old as time, where like an agent will go hit up like prostitutes or something
Yeah.
and be like, "I'm going to make you a star,
But you have to
but
get
you gotta
other
work for
people
me,
too." Yeah.
and you got to give me a little something on the side."
Yeah, they're pimping them out.
Yeah.
So do you think a lot of OnlyFans content creators want to be actors? Like want to get into that pipeline? Or do you think they're cool with what they do?
I
Like,
think
their niche?
they just want representation and to be like, yeah,
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
represented
I
by
think
this person.
I think it's a case by case situation.
Because I just can't imagine if I was making even a decent amount of money on OnlyFans, and some guys like, I can get you into acting. I'm like, here's some sure money that I know. Like I know the
I think
system.
it's
I know
less-
how it works.
It's less just acting. It's more because you have to pay to get into OnlyFans. I think it's more like I'll get you on other apps. I'll
Sure.
get you on.
But it's all of it. It's not just like acting, or it's
Yeah.
just
And I
I'm
think
going to
lot
make
of
you a
people
star,
like
right?
saying
Yeah.
that they have an agent too. They're like, I have an agent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
like that too.
Yeah.
I think there's probably cases of that, but I feel like when people are like, "Oh yeah, I make, X thousands of dollars on OnlyFans selling feet pictures," it's like, no, they don't. Do they want an agent? Maybe not, or maybe it's just a thing they do.
I think
Honestly-
it's interesting. It's kind of not really. It is an MLM, but it's not really because it's not like they can do this. To
It's more
any
like a pimp.
person.
It is
it's
literally like a
They
pimp.
have to go to this specific
Yeah.
pool of people and like try to get them because it's not like they could go to anybody off the street and go, "Hey, if you recruit like that." MLMs in my mind think like they try to get people who aren't in business to come into this particular business.
It's a
you know what I'm
built-in,
saying?
and it, like the recruiting is built into the business
Right,
too.
right. So it is very interesting though. I think
It's
it'll
shady
die out.
business practices. I'll tell you that much.
I think it'll die out. I think it's got a 6 months run max on it. There's no way.
Oh, don't. That's a tale as
know.
old as time, my guy. There's no organization there. That sounds
I feel like though it's like with social media, especially with something like OnlyFans, it's like the internet is they're all connected, in some way. And I feel like as soon as the word gets out that hey, this is dumb, you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
I think that's going to kill the business
Yeah.
model, Whereas like I think MLMs traditionally, you're finding everyday Americans who like, want to make a little bit more money. They're paycheck to paycheck, so
Sure.
to speak, and they'll go out and do the extra legwork to like make that little bit extra money. I feel like with influencers who already have this established system, they're like, no. As soon as they hear that it's kind of a scam, they're going to be like, no, I'm just going to stick to what my money making process here. I just can't imagine it surviving that long.
I think it's for more people who are like, they'll target people who are just getting started. And it's like, an agent. Like, oh yeah, 20% is not a lot.
Do we have any confirmed D-list
There is
celebrities
one.
that
there
are
is
doing
It's like the
that have
new
been caught
artist.
doing this? Yes.
It's like the OnlyFans list.
Oh, there's one. There's
who's
one
who's
artist.
the agent? The agent list.
Dang.
I can't remember his name. He's a rapper.
I can't remember his name either.
Frick. I don't.
His name is
Pitbull.
Frick. His name is
Lil,
Frick.
Lil
Oh,
Pump.
Lil Pump.
Oh, Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
I've heard that name before.
He's pretty
Yep.
decent. Isn't
I don't know.
he? I don't know
I've
either.
heard the name before.
Lil Pump.
Damn.
He's
Lil
one of
Pump.
them.
Well,
Yeah.
don't get scammed.
Yeah. Don't get scammed.
I mean,
What's the percentage of OnlyFans users that isn't like
Represented?
sexual content?
Oh,
using
let's
it?
see. Let's see.
who's using OnlyFans, you think?
OnlyFans percentage.
You brought up OnlyFans, or no? It was something. Maybe it was OnlyFans because we were trying to figure out a way to stream lip sync battle on like a way that.
That's right.
And you're like, do it on OnlyFans because it's like
'Cause then they have
protected
to pay for
content.
it.
It's not, and it's not like you're gonna get copyrighted and taken down. It's like you could literally just put it up and people could pay.
That's still
$3.
maybe
and
one of my best
watch.
ideas.
It is. It is.
You gonna implement that this year?
Yeah.
It says 98% of all content on OnlyFans is adult content.
Well, sure.
Sexual.
98%.
So
That's
2%
crazy.
is non-sexual.
Wow. I'm gonna be in that
Yeah.
2% someday.
Also, this
This
says
July.
how much do the top 5% make on OnlyFans? On an average, $52,000 a month.
Pretty good.
That is
More money than I'm making.
That's 0.2%. That's like the top.
oh.
The top
On
1% gets 16 grand. Top
A month?
5% are 2,200 a month.
Okay. Okay.
I'm starting to think it's not such a bad idea. OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No,
What?
it's not crazy.
What?
I
Nobody.
thought about selling feet many times. Both Annie and I have.
We've
And
looked into it.
cut.
Annie.
There it is.
I'm just saying, my face isn't in it. Like, what are the odds they hunt me down?
Exactly.
You can
And
also
even if
sell
they are
your-
like, oh yeah, they're pictures of Annie's feet. It's not like you could get.
My thing is how long could you really squeeze that along? You know what I'm
So
saying?
you start. You're
With
supposed
one
to
toe?
when
Good
you
looking
get
feet.
no. When you get started,
Okay.
it's supposed to be like in socks.
Yeah, people want them in
And it's
different
like-
ways. They want them like, okay,
Like,
now put them in
you're
a
only
big
gonna
bowl of
get a
sour
little
cream
bit like,
or something.
oh, and then half of my sock off.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
stripping
what?
your
Do you
foot.
do like your feet when they're dirty or like
Yeah,
is that
for
what it
sure.
is?
In the
Like your
muddy
feet.
feet.
I think you
slime
get
and stuff.
This is making me
people,
sick.
and then you
Big bowl
they
of
tell
sour
you
cream.
what they want. I don't know.
Chocolate
I don't
sauce,
know, yes.
Hershey syrup. Yeah, if you're a top,
It's like
buyer.
people who also like
get whatever you
sell
want.
their underwear or bras. It's like I'm gonna
Okay,
go
you
buy a
can
new
sell-
pair of underwear
You're gonna
and
se-
send
you
it to
can
you.
sell your used
no,
underwear.
they know.
And here's my thing,
You gotta
right?
use
like,
it.
You guys, you
I'm
can't
already
do
wearing
that.
the underwear.
Annie,
I'd rather just buy the new underwear.
Please, Annie, please.
No, I had a coworker who her old roommate did that, and that's how she made rent.
Jeez,
Just sell her old used underwear
I
on
feel
the internet.
okay. I feel
that's
like
true. If you're
it's.
throwing it away anyways.
Is there a market for men in that?
No.
Here's the
category?
problem with
No.
this is
Well,
it's a little
maybe.
bit of a gotcha because it's that whole thing where like, oh well, there's a market for it, right? And so, well, if I'm not doing it, somebody is going to be doing that, making that money. Therefore, I should
Truly.
join in on the
Here's
Get the-
my thing
get-
about
well,
doing
the getting's
stuff like
good.
this. Jordan and I recently listened to a Crime Junkie podcast
Yeah.
episode about stalkers.
okay.
And my thing is, I'm like, that if that person is already at that point in their life, like that they're willing to buy used underwear on the internet, I don't really want them becoming obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Which, like, honestly, they would.
Yeah.
Well, it's not you.
Yeah,
I
they
think
wouldn't
you.
know it was
I'm
you.
sure you
Like,
could do that anonymously.
They would hunt you if they're obsessed with you.
Who's
They'd
they?
hunt you down. The weirdos on the internet.
Okay, wait. So
The weirdos on the internet are gonna become
no,
obsessed
that's
with
not
me
how
and
these
hunt
websites
me
work,
down.
Annie. They're like, do you want to buy these used panties? Yes or no. They're not
And
like
then
who's
they're
it
gonna become
from.
obsessed with the girl
It's
who's
like-
been wearing the panties. Hunt me down.
How will they hunt you down?
You know what's so
They're
funny?
on
DNA.
the internet. They have my
Okay.
DNA.
You know what's so funny? We had a whole like show plan,
Uh-huh.
and we're talking about selling.
I kind of like it. I want to just double back just a little bit. Annie, you were saying you've been looking back on the year, how proud you are of yourself. I feel like as we wrap up
so
the
proud.
episode, we didn't visit that. I want to visit
No,
that.
I'm proud at how much money I've made selling my underwear.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
I wish.
Thank you.
I wish.
You
Honestly,
can make so much
can make
money. 2026. That's my year.
not underwear. I'd start with feet.
That
I
seems
feel
reasonable.
like I would enjoy watching a documentary exposing this kind of industry. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of
Yeah.
feel like how much money can really be made? You know what I'm saying? And nobody talks about it, obviously. But
God.
I want there to be a documentary about
I'm
sugar
trying
daddies.
to think of the name of the documentary. Like
Sugar
I get a
daddies and
kick
sugar
out of you or
babies.
something.
No, it would be like
Or you could just call it feet pics, and that would
No,
probably
no.
I
get
get
the
a kick out of you,
algorithms
it's so
going.
good.
Smell you
Toes,
later.
Cold feet.
toe hose.
Oh, cold feet, but that's kind of wedding.
Toe
hose. feet.
So I guess that doesn't really work.
Oh.
How about like
I wonder if there's already a username called Toho.
something about like
Yes, there is. I don't
What's that?
know, but I'm gonna
You
go on a
do.
limb.
You've
and
looked
say
it up. You
there
follow
is.
them.
We can't be the
John
first one to come
follows
up with Toho on a feet
so
pic
good.
site.
Sure.
There's no
come
way.
on, toe hose.
I'm gonna look it up on
I gotta
Instagram
look
right
it up.
now.
I gotta
John
know.
follows them.
I don't follow anybody. I'm
It
just saying.
sounds like you did. You knew
we
that
can't
they
be the first
existed.
people to come up with
You
that
knew they existed
on a feet pics
really
site.
fast. It sounds like you're a subscriber to Toho's OnlyFans.
No, I'm not.
How many dollars? How many
There's
dollars are you paying?
one.
Doesn't matter how.
There's
much.
one account called Toe _ Ho. And
you
it
on
says
OnlyFans
That's
right
only
now?
because the
it says
Toho was
it's a
already
private
taken.
account and it says I'm Elon's dream wife. I'm not going to be an astronaut anymore, but I'm gonna go into the army then play Modern Warfare after I retire. Except it's the real thing.
Lot to unpack there.
And that person.
There's
is
a
the
Toe
case study.
Ho.
Are you on OnlyFans right now, looking at you?
No,
No,
she's
I'm on
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Toe
Okay,
Ho.
we cannot spiral
private
on this.
is private. They have 0 posts
And
though.
You got her.
And it
the
says
episode's
these-
over.
these
This
bitches
is our spiral.
guessing.
We've done it.
We've already
we have
spiraled.
spiraled on this. Annie, really
What's
briefly,
one thing we're going to talk about in the post show?
There's not very many.
things you're proud of yourself this year.
I'm really proud that I. This is gonna sound kind of cocky. Sorry, guys. I don't really have a ton of insecurities, and I look back growing up, and I had a ton, and I was like looking at myself.
You're saying
the
at
other
this
day.
moment?
Yeah, and I was like looking at myself and things that, like on my body that I was really insecure about. I'm not, and even things like I have a scar or not a scar on my face. I have a birthmark on my face, like literally on my
Yeah.
face, and I've
Oh.
never been insecure about it. And I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, wow, like this would be something that a lot of people like that. I've had makeup artists be like, "You want me to cover this?" I never even think about it. I'm like, no. I see pictures of me. Don't even think about the fact that there is a giant mark on my face.
You have a birthmark on your
I
nose?
wasn't gonna say.
Yeah,
anything.
the one right here.
Oh, I never noticed either. There you go.
Like things
Yes,
like
you
that.
have. Shut the hell up.
No, I swear I've never even
I
clocked it.
I noticed people's birthmarks pretty fast because I had a friend growing up who had a big birthmark right here and it was pink.
Yeah, like
Big
that's
and
a
pink.
port wine stain.
Yeah.
thing.
You're telling me you've never seen that on Annie's face? Not like to draw attention to it.
Fuck you,
I'm
man.
just saying it's there.
Giant birthmark.
He's
on
like, that's all I look at when I see her. I don't even look at her eyes. I just stare at
I'm
that
just
big
like-
old mark on her face.
no way.
What's funny is I've been told lots of times I have dirt on my face. I'm like,
It's a
I'm trying
birthmark.
to help you
I
get
get
some
that.
insecurities
I
back.
get that with I have a couple freckles underneath my eyes right here.
Yeah.
Especially right here.
and people are like, you
And
have
people are always like,
mascara.
"Oh, you've like eyeshadow fallout." I'm like, "No."
Annie, that's great.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love that for you.
That is really sweet.
I'm one confident whore.
Yeah.
And the podcast right now.
That'll
Oh,
be
wait.
that'll be my OnlyFans name.
I'm
One
like foot
confident whore.
foot slut.
End the episode.
We have to close
on
in
the
on it.
post show.
Okay,
On the
folks,
post
we
show.
want to thank you to those Patreon supporters
Yep.
that do watch the post show.
Our confident whores.
Yes, those are them. We love you guys.
Those are them.
You can watch. We just started doing those. I don't know. What do you think? How many episodes do you think?
30.
25, 30 episodes
30.
Oh,
ago?
there's a lot on there.
There's like at least 30 episodes.
And
Which
some
means-
behind the scenes stuff too. So there's really cool stuff.
Which
on
means right now you could pay $4, watch all of the extra content, and then you can decide if you want to stick around after
And
that.
if you sign up now, when we get invited to an award show and buy a table, you get to come.
You do get to come.
We do keep pushing that, huh?
there. Again, we can't.
not we, but
confirm
Annie
that.
keeps pushing
No.
that.
It's coming.
Maybe
out
we'll talk
of
about
Albright Entertainment.
award shows.
No, stop saying that. Award
Oh.
shows? Oh yeah, award shows. would be
I
cool.
don't know.
We're never getting invited to the Emmys.
Kind
but I
of
guess
over
we
award
can talk
shows,
about it.
but.
Yeah, it's true.
But thanks so much, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. What the podcast is, I don't know where I was going with that.
Just go ahead and end it.
Okay, on the couch as always. Garrett Tafoya, Andy the Scope Scopeman. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on
What the
Podcast. I realize I shouldn't reiterate. Say what the podcast too many times.
What?
I liked it.
You can say
Podcast?
what the one confident whore.
That
You
was,
are-
by the way.
How about
sh-
bros who like
shocking.
toes?
That to me was the shocking part. Was Kara going? That's gonna be my OnlyFans name. One confident whore.
One confident whore.
Yeah.
Oh wait.